the beavers block up culverts and cause situations where we get drainage issues and that sort of thing. Whether a beaver box is an appropriate thing to do going forward. And I guess, from my thought is, we investigate a beaver box, and let's say a beaver box is $5,000. No idea what it is, all right? And we sit down with the road agent who says, well, I'd like to try one of these. I have money in my budget to do it this year, but can we do it? We'll find some money someplace else to add it in. But I don't think sitting here today, we said,
Okay.
And I don't think it's been an exhaustive survey on what should be done. I mean, I just remember seeing a PBS show on beavers, and the Canadians did that. Didn't look anything like the beaver box, but it was, I guess the trigger is...
A mechanism.
Yeah, the trigger is the sound, and they've been very successful with moving this, that, and the other. I didn't pay that much attention to it, but I think there's more to be learned about that control than we could do today.
I had some other issues I wanted to bring up. We have a culvert study here, and 14.2% are in failure, and yet we haven't even discussed which one or two or three are we going to fix. Someone else took pictures of Canaan Road that overflowed. Why don't we do like we did in two other places and pave it? The other thing is, do we do a survey done by this firm here that did it reasonably and do guardrails? We've let them go to hell, so, but we aren't gonna solve those problems in a half hour here today.
No, and I don't know which one of you gentlemen mentioned it, but it just made sense. We're not to solve all of our problems and catch up with everything in 1 year, but if there's a plan going forward, and some research being done in all of the areas, like you have the culvert plan, and if you look at the beaver.
All we have on the culvert plan is their estimation that 14% are in failure. I'm taking your number.
Yep.
right,
That's a true number. We don't know what the cost is to repair.
Correct.
right.
So
And
there's
there
no
is-
way we can move forward with it
Yep.
until we get that. But we also have that fund that came in that can't be designated for this
Yes.
or the other thing. And we have some avenues of approach, so I don't think it's not time to wring our hands.
No,
No.
we have some nice options as far as paying for things. There's the better assessment, betterment tax that we've used in one section of town. There's the surcharge on motor vehicles that communities use. There's the 70,000 that we haven't talked about, and those are nice problems to have.
Yeah.
Well,
But will you
What-
be trapping beavers? That's what I keep asking.
well,
Please.
as far as I
I've
know,
asked that question.
as far as I know, that the current approach is you trap and relocate the beavers. I don't know any.
So it's live
particular-
traps, it's not
I don't know
like my
any more
dad
about it
used to
than
do?
that.
I'm not sure, I mean,
So,
we don't have the authority to say no trapping, I don't believe. I think that's a state issue.
But trapping, for instance, by the Mirror Lake area, by the church there was some trapping done. Was that live traps or?
I don't
I
know.
don't think it
I don't
was.
know.
I think it was, because there was wasn't there talk about what to do with the pelts?
I don't know.
I don't remember a conversation before the board.
No, not from you guys, but.
Different parties that I go
Yeah,
to.
right.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I mean, there's an element out there that are absolutely against us working on milfoil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Back to your comments on the highway budget. If the budget committee feels that there needs to be money that we didn't put in it, it's gonna be your budget.
Yes, I
And-
understand
And I would
that, but.
encourage the budget committee to.
But you work so closely, for instance, with Jim. Not everybody on the budget committee is aware of every issue. So For instance,
Well,
I'm
and
here
we're
today
not-
because.
We're not aware of every issue, and the approach we take in presenting a budget doesn't necessarily mean that's the be-all and end-all.
No.
So
No, but when
I
we
mean,
look
I
at,
I encourage the budget committee, if they get a budget from us that they don't feel is
Yeah.
as it should be, fix it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's,
yeah, we won't be sending them back.
For example, this course I took last Wednesday, the representatives, the engineers said, because gasoline is not being diverted to third world countries, this is the year to do more tarring and asphalt in it. This year, I sat next to the guy from Ossipee and the guy from Tufton, Wolfboro, and says we use Carroll. And Carroll likes to do business with us because we all do it the same month, which means they don't have to be moving their equipment across a state, across the state. And we probably, price per ton, price per mile would be the same as last year. But your road agent needs to tie that guy up now. And they did suggest, put a 1%, contingency.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak in favor of more roads being repaved this year, so I have a list of them and the miles. But that's a warrant article.
I'll look forward to seeing those, and I'll let you guys do what you need to do.
We also have to do government buildings, and Jim has a building being painted, and he also wants to do something outside, but we've seen no estimates of that.
Okay.
Diane did get estimates for painting the
Did
building.
we adjourn?
So move.
I'll move that we adjourn.
second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Did you read the